Good morning, ACT. It is Monday, August 9, 2021. And this weekly theme is going to be about safety. So I'm going to pull up my video and we're going to get started. Put it in present mode. So when you arrive to the classroom, make sure you check your schedule. If you can see right here, you have got to be able to see where you're going, who you're working with, who your staff is, and how you're going to get there. You're going to get your binder. And you're going to sit with your group. Find that table you're supposed to sit with. So our weekly goal this week is safety. We are going to be talking about all the ways to be safe in the ACT program and particularly pedestrian safety. So if you can see my hands, this is an S. So safety in sign language is like this, 2 S's. You cross your arms and you go safe. So our anticipatory set today is, what do you think safe means? Think of a time you had to be safe, you had to follow rules. What was it? So again, what does the word safety mean? And think of a time you've had to follow rules, and what was that time? So pause the video for discussion. So the lesson objective today is about the vocabulary word safety. Students will identify, write, and define, and give examples of the word safety. So you're going to start learning about different pedestrian safety rules, their symbols, and ways we use them in the ACT program. This also says CBI down here because that means community-based instruction. So today's vocabulary word is safety. So right now, get a piece of paper and pencil, your worksheet, and write the word safety. When you're done writing the word, give your teacher a thumbs up so that we know that you're done and that we can move forward. Now it's time to write the definition of the word safety. We kind of went over it in the anticipatory set, what you thought it meant. So this is how we're going to define safety. Rules you follow so you don't get hurt. Please take the time to write the word safety. So now we're going to talk about examples of safety. What does safety look like? Why is safety important? Again, rules are there to help us keep safe. So what are some rules that we have to do to keep ourselves safe? We are going to watch this short video. And hopefully it's gonna work. My volume was not working.
Hello. All drivers and riders should know the
Yep,
road
still
rules,
not working.
and
So
pedestrians
we're gonna pause that.
need to know their rules.
Now you have to watch this tomorrow. So we're going to talk about the ways to be safe in our program. Using crosswalks. So as you can see right here, when we're out in the community, we're doing our current community-based instruction. We are going to use this crosswalk. That is one way we stay safe. And as if you notice right here, this is another way we stay safe. We push the button. That'll make the sign stop and let us go forward. Push the button one time, you don't have to go boing, 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 boing. Nah, just push it once, it'll work. Remember, you gotta stop before you walk out into the street. A lot of times we might be talking and we don't stop at that curb. So you gotta stop and wait. You gotta look both ways. Make sure nobody's coming. And I mean it, turn your head. You look this way to the right, and you turn and you look to the left. And sometimes you even look right behind you. Make sure no one's coming right in front of you. You got to stay within the lines. If you don't stay within these lines right here, and right here, if you walk outside those lines, like over here or over here, that's called jaywalking and you can get a ticket. So you don't want to do that. You want to make sure that you are starting at the curb and you're walking straight to the next curb. That's one way to be safe. So you look both ways. First, you see that they're stopped right there. So stop when you reach the curb or the crosswalk. You look left, right, left. I want you to practice that. Look left, right, and then left one more time. So that's 3 times before you go out into the street. If there are no cars, then you can cross the street directly. Directly means from right here to right here, not zigzag. So it's a good example. Stay with your group, guys. We don't walk off, we stay together. Do not cross the street without your staff, your group, unless you've been marked off as independent, which nobody is right now. Walk with your group. Don't go too far ahead. It makes it too hard for the staff and everybody to stay together. If you have a cell phone, get staff's phone numbers too, so that in case of emergency, you get lost. That's one way to stay safe. One way really not to be safe is not paying attention. So you're gonna put your phone in your pocket. So like this picture right here, he's got the phone in the pocket. You take the earbud out, at least one. And right here, this is a big no-no. Put those cell phones away when you're out into the community. Again, one earbud out at all times. Phone in the pocket. So there's a lot of times we'll be walking in the community, especially downtown. There is a lot of construction. So if your path is blocked, find the easiest and safest way around. So, and if you see this sign right here, there's a sign that says detour. These people, so the sidewalk is not even there. So really, they have to follow this fence line as closely as possible to get to the next space, the next safest place. So, So you've got to make sure you are looking around before you even go there and say, okay, how can I get there the safest? And they need to get into their crosswalk. So, you've got to pay attention at all times. So we're going to review this really quick. Can I have somebody read this for us? Unplug, don't be a distracted walker. Another thing is you always want to make eye contact. Don't walk until the traffic stops. If you're looking at that driver and they're not paying attention, don't go out there because they're not going to see you. Never jaywalk. Use the crosswalks and intersections. Stay alert. All the way across. You might stop, you might look, but then you're starting to walk in the crosswalk and you're talking to your friends. No, you got to stay alert and focus. This is a sign for focus. Focus on the traffic, not on each other. Also, you got to watch to see if they're going to turn. A lot of people, if they're in a hurry, what they're going to do is you're walking here and they might cut right in front of you because they're not paying attention. So you got to see if they have their turn signal on too. So not only do you make eye contact with that person, you got to look at their turn signals. Are they going to turn in front of you? Being around by these intersections is very dangerous. So we've got to pay attention. Again, never jaywalk. You got to stay in the crosswalk or intersection. You can't cross right in the middle of the road like that. No, you got to stay in the crosswalk. Actually, it's against the law and you can get a big fine for that. So it's breaking one of the rules of the road. So one of the things we use in the ACT program, Advanced Community Training, is a safety rubric. And a rubric is a checklist. This is an assessment of your skills. So each one of you is going to get assessed on your pedestrian safety. So the rubric looks like this. And what we do is we're going to watch you in the community to see if you are safe. So this first one, so we say, yes, they can do it with a plus, or they didn't do it with a minus. If you have minuses, you will not be an independent walker. So make sure you're doing the things that are on our checklist. I'm going to go over a couple of them, and then we're going to go practice them. Here you go. So we are going to go out and we're going to practice walking in crosswalks. Some of them don't have even the lines. So non-signal crosswalks, sections with crosswalk lines. So maybe they don't have the lights. So, but they have a crosswalk. So you're just gonna stay within that crosswalk. So number 1, stop prior to the intersection. Number 2, look both ways and check for traffic. And bicycles, not only cars, but you can get hit by bike. Okay, number 3 is that you have to stay within these lines. And number 4, you walk to the other side of the street and step on the curb. So if you start here, you gotta walk all the way over here, step on the curb. These are the ways we know you can be safe if you follow these 4 rules in the crosswalk. Now this is one, a signal crosswalk. So a signal means there you go. So you got a signal that says a green light means go, and the white pedestrian means, or the pedestrian sign, the white man sign, says go. So these kids, can you actually find the kid that's not being safe? So look at this picture. So this guy not being safe. It's like he's kind of trying to be silly. He's not following the rules, not cool. Parking lots can be dangerous, guys. Gotta pay attention. So you're supposed to enter the parking lot and then you look, make sure nobody's coming again. You don't want to walk directly behind the cars. You've got to give yourself enough space. So you want to be at least over here so you can see the cars backing up. And then you have a start point. You have a start point and you have an end point. You got to walk directly from one place to the other. All right, so here's our activity. Stop what you're doing, put your pencils down. You're gonna stand up and you're gonna walk outside a block or 2. I know it's hot, but you're gonna practice some of the things that we talked about with your staff. So you're gonna stay together as a group. You're gonna stop if there's a parking lot, do those safety checks right there. Then you're gonna walk around like 1 block and then practice safety as you're doing it and talk about it out loud. What are the steps you're doing? Why are you stopping? This activity should take you at least 10-15 minutes. As a closure activity, after you've done the walking, you're going to list 3 rules you learned today about pedestrian safety. So that's all I have today on safety. Make sure you're using your safety out into the community and have a great day.